Welcome, we are a few days into the new season. Which class is breaking the game already and what are the best builds to play? For this, we will take the pit leaderboard and Rogue is already breaking everything. This is Mr. Mippy with his Death Trap Rogue, and if you pay close attention, this is 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 90, 100 billions of damage on a pit 100. And well, he's doing a pit 100, but you also notice what you kind of need to actually do a pit 100. Death Trap Rogue is currently absolutely bonkers, and he's not even using the bug, because that's the interesting part. So there is a bug right now that you can use to do trillions, hundreds trillions of damage, but you shouldn't probably do this because that is going to get fixed. Talks already in the creator Discord. Blizzard is aware of that. Death Trap Rogue has a bug, but as you can see, even without 126 billion damage right now with Death Trap, this is on par with what should be possible with Bloodwave as well on the Necromancer, and don't worry, we'll get to the Bloodwave. So Death Trap, definitely the S tier build to go for rogue-wise. Maybe it was also kind enough to already hand us a planner with the Torment 1 starter, Ancestral Mythic, and also the Pit Push version. And he's right now using the Beast of Ice hero power after casting 3 skills which apply crowd control or stagger effects. That would be Death Trap. Shoot out Sleet Spikes that deal 800% cold damage and freeze enemies for 2 seconds. That actually as a Death Trap Rogue, where you want to put the traps in the middle and then freeze everyone around you. Okay, I like that. You do more elemental damage. Good. Enemies take more damage the further they're away. And then casting a basic skill out. This is the bonus damage to vulnerable enemies. Damn, that Beast of Ice thingy has a very nice scaling. This is level 1 power, right? And then it goes 880%. Thousands of damage going to come into your opponent. Now, how are we consistently spamming the Death Trap? Because Death Trap does obviously still have a cooldown. You're going to try to get Death Trap cooldown reduction on your rings. Then you'll play Preparation, which says you spend 75 energy and reduce your ultimate skill cooldown by 5 seconds. Okay, that makes total sense. Now, how do we use all our energy? That would be the Beastfall Boots. When you cast an ultimate skill, your next core skill consumes all your energy and deals 75% increased damage. Now for these Beastfall Boots to work, because we need a core skill, and Death Trap is supposed to be our core skill, we need the Scoundrel's Leather. Your trap skills are also considered core skills. So if I now cast the Death Trap, I'll use all my energy, and I'll make sure to have 150 energy. Then I reduce my cooldown by 10 seconds, and my cooldown is already very low. And I'll then instantly reset the Death Trap to spam it again. To have then the energy to actually do this, the Beastfall Boots itself restore 25 energy. In the skill tree, you pick up Aftermath to get also 25 energy back. With then enough maximum energy regeneration, resource cost boosting, you just restore the 150 resource easy, reduce 150 resource, ... A bit like the Rain of Arrows rogue, but instead of Rain of Arrows, we're now death trapping like crazy. For Necromancer, we get the good old reliable. And that would be Mr. Vega here with Bloodwave, currently doing a 105 pit. He doesn't have the whole run for us, but you can see his damage. He's doing 300 billion, 778 billion, I think I saw here. He's probably able to already hit the trillions. Very powerful, very strong. Nothing changed much about Bloodwave functionally, only that it got weaker. It was actually a 1.2 trillion hit. So it literally got weaker. They took damage out. And yet, as you can see, it's an absolute powerhouse. Now, I will say that there's a world that at some point, Bone Spear will overtake this. We are working on versions right now to get it up. The thing is that Bloodwave is just so simple to put together. So easy to put together. But Bloody Bone Spear will come. And for Bloodwave, we have a whole planner set up for you with the whole gear you need, minimal requirements, and a video explaining how to play it perfectly. You still need Casamity's Legacy together with the title aspect and then the Fastblood aspect in the beginning with ultimate cooldown reduction on your rings and amulet tempers to basically make it work. But that's it. Get the Legacy, get the title, get the Fastblood, bam. You can already play Bloodwave and right away just zoom into Torment 4. For the boss power, Urivar's Law Bombs helps tons because it gives you another 15% cooldown reduction. Then you get the Chest Beam power for the super instant execute, Lilith Wind of Hate for the blood blisters, and the Harbingers of Hatred volley for the more vulnerable damage multiplier. Let's check out Barbarian, the assassin German player tier 90 right now, playing Shouts with Rupture and Call of the Ancients. But the crazy part is, look at his gear. 12 out of 12 times Masterwork to Mythic, all the uniques. Man's been grinding 97 Urivar's Mask, 100% critical strike chance, 86, 800 critical overpower damage, everything. And he's pretty much using Earthquake. Yep, we got Earthquake going on again, but this time with Rupture and the chains to pull everything together, then your Shouts to get you more Earthquake shenanigans. And probably the rune setup to also fuel this. And when we have here the tech rune obviously going on and him either triggering with cooldown, movement speed, Igni Buck, one of these combinations and you're just pummeling out Earthquakes. Good to see that Earthquake Barbarian is still working, especially for the people that missed out on it. And it is so simple to put together and it's so powerful. It's not stressful to get that done. People were hoping for Mighty Throw to be like the number one. We don't see Mighty Throw yet dominating, but that will come down the line. Sadly, we don't have a planner from Mr. Assassin. But simply looking at a Season 7 planner should give you a good feeling on how to do things. I've been playing the Whirlwind, Hammer of Ancients, Mantle of Mountains, Fury, Explosion, with the Warcries, the Stomp, and the Wrath of the Berserker, to then get your Earthquakes rolling on the Tech Rune, together with Igni that you store offering, and every 0.3 seconds you release that by spamming your Whirlwind. Multiple ways to play the build, not just one way. On Druid, we get Mr. Ember Slash, and I've heard Druid not being too exciting. Cataclysm Druid, it seems. Yep, still going for the Hurricane to increase the ranks in your shapeshifting skills. Then he's waiting for his rune combo to be up to snapshot into the Cataclysm, and it's still doing hundreds of billions of damage. So that's, yep, well done. And if you do like Cataclysm, if you want to put it together, it does seem to still be possible. Problem with Cataclysm, as it has always been, you're limited in the amount of strikes that happen, right? You cast the Cataclysm, and then you're pretty much just running around and waiting for your strikes to hit. Not like when you're casting the Bone Spear and you're spamming it, or when you're making your Earthquakes happen, or when you're doing your Blood Waves with a direct impact feeling. No, he's just making sure that he's constantly overpower, critical strike, Cataclysm, shebang bang. It's working for him. I see like very good damage going out there. It has always been a more lazy farm kind of build. We got it. Cataclysm works. No build from Ember Slash there yet, but I have that Endless Storm Druid up for you that explains how it actually works, and that might give you a better feeling for how to play the Cataclysm Druid. For Sorceress, we got Mikuna, and Sorg were complaining so hard last season that they felt weak. Mikuna is currently having a 7-minute clear. Yep, 7-minute. Maybe had a 10-minute on a 100, so this is actually one of the faster tier 95s. We got the Lightning Spear, Ball of Lightning, Fireball, Ice Blades, Ice Armor. And we just see him pummeling the Sea Hag here with tons of time left. We do actually see some overpowered damage, but it's Balls of Lightning going out together with your Lightning Spear. You just spam every single cooldown available. That's my favorite part about playing Sorceries. Like, you literally just go, while with the Necromancer, I'm walking in a circle, Blood Wave, Blood Wave, Blood Wave, and he's just being the virtuos on the keyboard. Mikuna also got the Season 8 update already for you here, with the Boss Killer pit pushing setups happening. Earth Petition, Raiment of the Infinite with the Ring of the Starless Skies, Talrasha's Iridescent Lube. We got the Nagu, where you maintain summons because you're actually having the familiars going, and these are summons to then increase your skill ranks. With Endariel's Flaming Skull, after standing still for a second, ooh, yeah, so you stand still, you get the Flaming Skull out. We get the Beastmaster's Training to have your summons deal more damage. For Cinera's Flame to increase all your elemental damage, which is obviously perfect. And then Lilith Winds of Hate to make the Blood Blisters. I'm not the biggest fan of Sorg, personally, but hey, it works, it seems powerful, and you probably also have a version where probably don't need all this gear to make it work. Give it a try if that feels like it for you. Lastly, we get the Spiritborn, and there is two things here. There's the bugged Spiritborn that can do very, very much damage, and then there's the reasonable Spiritborn from Anchor Arms, which does a tier 70 right now. Now, I'm always trying to present you versions that are not bugged, because if I show you bugged versions, they might be heavily nerfed very soon, and I don't want you to waste your time on bringing something bugged to bear. For the gameplay, he's using the Ashava Spiritborn, which means he's using the boss power Ashava, which says if an enemy is affected by damage over time, you'll poop out that poison breath. You saw that poison fart there? And that poison fart is going to do poison damage over time. And that poison damage over time is going to get bigger. The more poison damage over time, or damage over time in general, is on the enemy. Like he get the vortex, he's pulling everything together. Then he's raking them and using the hunter ability to do damage to everyone in his vicinity, while he then has the Ashava poison power whittle them down. This is an actual whole boss power build. That being said, something doesn't seem to completely work with the boss power right now on Spiritborn and some of the abilities. It could actually be stronger. Yet it's still plenty strong, but I assume like for Spiritborn to reach the same values as Necro, Sorc, or even the Rogue, it needs way more investment. So the advantage of the other classes, you can do other things way easier. Feels a bit like playing Summoner Necro, neutering yourself. Thank you, Anchor Arms, for providing us with a build planner made by Ace of Space. Here's also a video that should explain how it's actually going. And the main culprit here is really the Ashava's Poison Breath, slapping down your opponent silly. Ladies and gentlemen, what is it for you? I get all the planners, all the videos, all the builds in the description below. I am currently playing the Bloodwave. I will do Bloodbone Spear next, and then afterwards probably Death Trap Rogue, even though I'm interested to play Barbarian again, since I want to see how the boss powers really make it feel so much better. End of the day, we'll try out everything and make everything work. Some might just not feel that good. I mean, getting Pit 100 this season is like getting Pit 150 last season. And actually, no one will reach Pit 150 unless they find a killer bug, because they really, really overtune things. Now, there's the Necromancer planner if you're planning to play Bloodwave, or if you just want some general Season 8 tips, got you covered. Enjoy.